It's what God gave you.
But, you know, whatever makes you comfortable. Some women want natural hair. Some women want to keep their perm. I think women just want to look good and feel good.
That's the most important thing, is that you love exactly who you are and what you look like in the mirror.
I think that there was definitely a bit more of an aggressive energy during that time. You know, we're talking about what, late 60s, early 70s. I think the passion behind the hairstyle was fueled by a different energy. It was more political. I feel like what is happening right now is definitely more of a catharsis. You know, where women are just really exploring who they are through their hair choices.
How is it different? It's different because it's not natural hair now versus then. It was a complete political thing of it's in your face. I'm wearing this big, beautiful, glorious afro in this certain shape and style in order to show you that I'm not part of your BS America. Now black women are like, put my hair in some cornrows, I'm going to the corporate office and I'm going to look dope, and they, you know what I'm saying, they're going to have no choice but to accept me. So it's kind of a different type of balance. But I definitely feel like in the 70s, and that amount of self-esteem is what fed us for what we're doing now.
Oh, okay. Well, there was political ties back then with that movement. You know what I mean? The Afro actually was a symbol of the movement. You know, versus now, the political ties aren't quite there because the community quite isn't the same as well. So, however, I think it's more of a personal statement.
I think when you look at it in terms of the 60s and the movement, there's a lot tied to it. People really coming into this, you know, I am, you know, black, I am African, we have power, you know, it was a spiritual awakening, it was a political, you know, movement, it was a stance that really, you know, stated, you know, I'm black and I'm proud. I do feel like you have that now as well. It's a little bit more refined. It's for this generation that we live in now. It's for this time and this generation.
I wouldn't call myself a natural hair photographer, only because to define myself as that means that that is all I do or the best that I do. I do shoot natural hair. Connection to natural hair is maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I was invited to a business to actually do a campaign for their store. And the store was Urban Villa, and they wanted to put images of their customers up on their walls, and literally that was my introduction. They serviced natural hair clientele through products. At that time, it really wasn't any place where you could actually get products and things of that nature in a store like Walmart or CVS and places like that. So it was like the go-to place for natural hair products, and that's how I got introduced. My stance is that all shapes, forms, colors, hues are beautiful, and that they all have a place here in this world. Jazz Photo Naturals, which is a project that is geared towards not necessarily just hair, but also geared towards natural beauty. I love the natural hair movement that's happening, and that has been happening over time. We've seen it come out in different ways, but I definitely am more for the unified front of just natural hair, but also expanding it to natural beauty. I think that as I've watched it grow, it's gone from a topical sense, just in the sense of just hair, to now it's going to perspectives, it's going to opinions, it's melding over into the congregation of a community, becoming, unified through one specific thing. But that thing does not define the individuals that are part of it. A lot of the stuff that I at least see right now is when things come up politically, when things come up socially, usually those same questions that were posed to a political forum are now being posed to a forum that was established on beauty or that was established on hair. And if we look around the curve and say, where is this going? I think that the hair industry is recognizing the force that is happening with the movement of natural hair. And we see that in the change of the product shelves. We see sections for natural hair now in stores that never had natural hair products, or maybe didn't gear their products towards natural hair. And that shows that there's some buying power, but more so buying power leads to power overall in the sense of an opinion, of a stance. So I do think it is a movement, and I do think that it's something that will continue to grow over time.
A hair moment for me is, and I have several, was my aunt pressing out my hair when I was younger, and pressing it and pressing it and pressing it until like one side of my hair was completely like skewered. So I had like this bald, not bald clean, but just this short patch. And then I had like an extreme amount of hair in other places. And it was ridiculous. And I had to get my hair cut off. And that was about age 8. So that was traumatic for me, and it happened over the summer. So going back to school with this low, boy cut was a big deal. So that's a hair moment for me. Having my hair braided on Sundays, washed, brushed, braided, and beaded. That's a warm, fuzzy moment for me. And I have a bunch of them just throughout. When I first moved to Atlanta, doing natural hair, I could not give it away. I couldn't do it for free. I moved here in 2005, and what we're experiencing now in natural hair just did not exist. More black women are inclined to wear their natural hair now because they are suffering. I know there are women out there that, it's about choice and wanting to transition because of feeling better, because of health. Me as a stylist assessing it, I see more of women crossing over because of traumatic experiences with their hair. It's either thinning, it's extremely damaged, their scalp is damaged, so they're suffering from chemical effects. That's what's going on, for me anyway, in my world.
We're, I guess, what they call millennials. And we're very accustomed to using the internet to figure out everything. If there's a question we don't know, it's like, go Google it. We're accustomed to that, and we went to technical school. So we met at Georgia Tech, but Chanel also went on to North Carolina A&T and started at Clark Atlanta. So we are already, it's like a rule of thumb to use the internet to find resources that you need. However, when it comes to resources on Black hair care and natural hair in particular, everything was just scattered across the web. I mean, you have blogs, forums, YouTube pages, social media accounts. I mean, it was too difficult to figure out who I should follow, if what they're saying applies to me. And then you have the hair products, their websites, their product reviews, and it's very time consuming, and you get confused about, what is applicable to me and my hair texture. And so the internet was definitely an avenue to find things, but we felt that there was a huge opportunity to make it a simpler process and cater to women's personalized need for hair. Currently, we have a mobile platform. It's a mixture of mobile and web technologies to run the mobile app that allows women to discover new hairstyles, products, and local stylists in their area.
Okay, first of all, the internet is how we find out everything. Before we make any major decision, we are likely to go on the internet and look it up first. I mean, that's from anything. Let's even beyond your hair. If you find out about a guy you like, you're probably going to go on the internet and Google him and try to find him on Facebook. So the internet definitely impacts women's decisions to go natural because you can see it. It's in your face. I'll admit, I went natural a couple of times before now. And when I went natural back in 2004, the first time, there was none of this stuff that was out there, and it was very frustrating because I didn't know what products to use, and I didn't know that there were other women who were going natural. I just was like, Black power, I'm going to go natural. It is what it is. But I didn't stay a natural. I ended up relaxing my hair and trying other styles. So now that there's the internet, and you can kind of see this mass movement of women doing the same thing, you feel like you can do it too. So the second time around when I went natural, before I cut my hair off, I went on YouTube. I Googled natural hair, and I stayed up for like hours and hours, so like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, just looking at natural hair videos, products. This was probably back in 2010. And I was like, oh my goodness, this has changed so much in the past 5 years. I watched people get big chops. I was like, well, I'm going to get me a big chop. I watched Natural Chica get her big chop. That was inspiration. And so now you kind of have like this sisterhood of women who are all changing their hairstyles and their lifestyles to go natural. And it's like you don't even have to, they don't have to be your friend or your mom or your sister. They could be, someone in a whole nother state, in a whole nother country, and you still feel like you're connected to them.